In recent weeks and months, there has been new conversations, protests and movements about an age-old enemy, racism. How can we as Christians respond to racism and use the message of the Bible to make sure that all people are seen as equal? A sad fact about the conversation on race today is that largely it has become about politics. Today we're not talking about politics though, we are talking about people. Genesis 1:27 makes it clear that every single person is made in the image of God. All of us, no matter the colour of our skin, are valued and precious and sacred because we are made to be image bearers of our Creator. Racism, anywhere and in any form, is wrong and it breaks God's heart, and we must do what we can to stand against it. Jesus was once asked if taxes should be paid to Caesar. The people that asked him the question were trying to trick him into saying something incriminating. Jesus asked for a coin to be brought to him, and he asks whose image is on the coin. Caesar's, the people reply. Jesus replies with his famous answer, well then give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, but give to God what is God's. The people were so amazed they didn't actually have an answer to his statement, but the question should have been asked, well what belongs to God then? And I'm sure that Jesus would have said, whose image is on you? The answer to the problem of racism won't be found in politics. Yes, politics has its place. As Jesus said, we give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. But we must remember that the problem of racism is a problem of the human heart. The good news is that the Christian faith, as well as recognising the diagnosis for the problem, it also provides the answer. This is of course through the cross and resurrection of Jesus Christ. When reflecting on this, Paul says that because of what Jesus has done, walls of hostility can now be broken down and different races and ethnicity can be brought together as one new man in Jesus. The church is now called to be an example of the Jesus way of living to the rest of the world, representing what true unity and diversity looks like. It is so important that we stand against injustice as the church. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. In addition, Desmond Tutu said this, do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world. Some practical ways that we can do this is first of all by listening. Listening to the stories of those that don't look or sound like us. Hearing history and understanding it, learning from the mistakes of the past, making sure that wrongs are righted. We can also recognise that Christianity was never supposed to be a mono-ethnic religion. As we looked at earlier, the church is called to represent the people of God to the world, from all different ethnicities, all different backgrounds, brought together, united by worship of Christ. And finally, and most importantly, we can ensure that every single person that we come into contact with knows that they are loved and valued by us because they are made in the image of God.